Oh, yeah. Banging. How's it going? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the KillJoy Jake stream. I'm your host, as always, Jocelyn, and I have some very special friends to talk about today, and a crazy thing that I do with all of my friends every Monday and every Friday. So we're going to introduce all of them in just a second here. But first, I want to say hello to a few awesome people. First of all, the Shape in the Shadows is amazing. Throwing $2 in and becoming a channel member. Thank you so much, Shape in the Shadows. I appreciate it. Thank you. The Boogeyman. Ooh, spooky. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I see some new people in the chat, too. We got Nicole. What's up? One more hour. We're live now. Congrats on 13. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Skies Decay is saying, where can I get a good-looking Michael Myers mask? Go to Party City if you can find one of the new ones with the mold on it. I was looking for it the other day. Couldn't find it myself. Ronan is here. What's up? We'll be answering questions all in a second here, so no worries. We'll get to you. What's up, Dark Moon Films? Welcome. Skies Decay is saying Joe is the one behind the mask. Oh yeah? We'll have to find out, Skies Decay. I like the theory, but welcome. Massive collective hello to you all you wonderful people. Let's get the KillJoy Jake music bopping and glopping. We got a few guests that I want to introduce to the stream real quick here. Some of my awesome Lethal Collective members who we are also going to be streaming there after this. And we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers right now, so if you guys can help us out by subscribing there, the link for that will be in the description below. But let's bring on a good friend of the channel's. Just streamed with him the other night, Mr. Craven Something Scary. What is up, my guy?
What's happening, Jake?
What's up?
Dude. We're back together again. Deja vu, my friend.
We're going to stream every day together. It's going to be insane.
I'm down, bro.
Let's do it.
Let's set some kind of Guinness record. I know we can do it.
Yes, it can happen. Screw it. But yeah. This just wouldn't be a Lethal Collective stream, though, without the man with the grooviest voice on planet Earth. That man is, of course, the Nightwatch Zone.
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Yo.
What's up? How's it going, man?
Night.
I'm good.
I'm so happy that you're rocking the tank top today. You know, you came showing up, buddy, for business. Because Night is all about business, man.
Yes.
He's got it down, my friends. Ooh.
You gotta have it down, man. You
gotta have it.
Plus, I'm feeling better too, so that's always a good thing too.
Good. That's awesome, man.
I felt so bad. We had like the longest Lethal Collective stream ever the other day, and then Knight's like, "Dude, I gotta end it. I'm so tired."
I know, right?
And I'm like, I felt so bad. I'm like, dude.
I mean, yeah. Usually we go backstage for like 30 minutes and talk, right. And like Knight was like, "I gotta go, guys. Yeah, see y'all later."
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I felt so bad, man. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better though, and I'm glad we have 3/4 of the collective here. Still waiting on Mr. Fate, but we'll get him here in a sec. And then, as I was saying earlier, guys, go subscribe to Lethal Collective. We stream every Monday and Friday, and we're nearly at 1,000 subscribers. That would be dope. Link for that is in the description below. I'll shut up about it now, though, because we got to get into some horror talk. But first, Michael's throwing $5 in there, talking about Todd McFarlane. What's up, Michael, by the way? Hello. Thanks for the $5. Saying, Todd McFarlane is announcing a huge announcement on the new adaptation of Spawn, which is great. Really exciting stuff. I just saw that notification pop up for me. How do you guys feel about Spawn? Are you excited for a new adaptation or not?
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. Yeah. It's not high on my list of like jump up and down stuff, but I'll take a look at it.
Go ahead.
Man,
Sorry.
I'll say this. I'm pretty excited, man, because we haven't had anything in a long time, and I know I'm going way back to like Michael Jai White, but
oh wow, that's right.
and John Leguizamo, right? I think.
Yes.
I
think so.
So yeah, no, that'd be cool. Very cool. I used to love the comic and everything too, man.
I never read the comic, but I hear it's pretty good.
It is, or at least it was. Like I said, that was almost like another life ago. But yeah, no, man, it's good to hear. It really is.
Heck yeah. I'm not a big fan of that 97 movie or whatever. I just think the CGI is it's something, man.
Yes, it is. That's one way to put it.
Yeah, it's something. I would love to see a new adaptation of this. I feel like it's a really cool character, and to do it with more modern effects. But, then again, I say that, and then you have movies like Jeepers Creepers Reborn that came out this year that looked like it was made in the mid-90s at best. So, who knows? Hopefully it has good effects. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it all comes down to budget, right? It all comes down to budget, man. And that makes a huge difference, as we saw, as we see in these films. I mean, not all CGI is created equally, unfortunately.
That's right.
Yes.
That right.
And Jake, just so you know, I put a link to the Lethal Collective in the chat right now. So
yes.
I'm very excited. We're at 911 subscribers, and we're here for an hour. And I want how many, Jake? How many will we get when we move to the Lethal Collective in an hour? What do you think?
Well, we'll have to see. I'm hoping all 89. That would be awesome.
Could you imagine that?
Incredible.
Today becomes a party instead.
Dude, seriously.
You got to shoot for the moon, So
there you go.
It would be awesome because I just hit 13,000 today too.
Yes!
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. Perfect timing in October. Thank you.
So
I
cool.
appreciate it. It would be awesome if we could also hit that today on the group channel too, if we get 1,000 over there. So make sure to subscribe, guys. Link in the description, links in the chat. Holy crap, there's links everywhere.
Hey,
I love it.
There's more links around than the Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
I'm joking.
I like it, Knight. That's
Jake's like, good try, buddy.
Good effort,
I was on stream with Knight and Knight, Fate, and Brandon from I Like Scary the other day, and I had a joke, and there was just crickets, man. It was hilarious. I was like, oh, all right, you know what? That one just didn't land. All right, we're just gonna keep moving. We gotta push past it, I guess. But
great.
I did title this a Halloween stream, so I think we have to talk a little bit about Halloween at least for a minute here. Obviously, we're excited about the Lethal Collective hitting 1,000 subscribers soon, but we got to talk a little bit about the big question about Halloween Ends. One thing I feel like we're all going back and forth on: who's gonna die at the end of this film? Is it gonna be Laurie? Is it gonna be Michael? What do we think, guys? What are we thinking? Where are we at? Whoever wants to start it, go nuts.
Stephen can go first.
Oh gosh. Okay. Thanks, Knight. Okay. So I've gone back and forth on this, guys. I originally said Laurie's going to live like for months. Laurie's going to live. And then I went through a period where I'm like, uh-oh, I don't feel that anymore. The way that she's talking and things. I was like, okay, Laurie's going to die. And that's been my position for like the last 3 months. Well, I'm changing it again. I am changing it again, guys. I do believe, and this is the first time I've said this. I didn't say this on my channel yet. I believe Laurie will live. She actually will survive, And that last scene in the junkyard when she's all bloodied up with Allison, I believe that's after she's killed Michael, and I think she wins. I actually believe it. That's my position, and I'm sticking with it with 2 weeks to go, or less than that now.
Heck yeah, that's exciting stuff. That's a lot of people want to hear that, Steven. A lot of people want that to happen. So that's good stuff. Hell yeah.
Right?
Mr. Knights.
Oh,
what do you
Lord. Think? I tell you, man, this Halloween thing has got me all twisted up. I agree with a lot of what Steven was saying. For a while, I was really thinking that, well, I've gone back and forth on it, to be honest with you, but it's looking like Laurie's gonna live, right?
Yep.
But you know me, I'm one of those people. I'm just thinking, is that too easy? Are they really setting it up that easily? And of course, we know from other franchises, maybe they are. Maybe they're literally letting us know that Laurie Strode is going to survive this thing. Now, as a fan, a diehard fan of the franchise, I'd love to see her walk off into the sunset because I just love the character and the actress. But man, I'm just telling you, I don't know, man. I don't know if Michael is gonna die, or at least totally die.
Still breathing after the credits.
Still
or something.
breathing. I mean, I did a video last week where I literally almost had people coming after me with torches because I said, maybe it's not even a question if Michael, if he lives or dies, but maybe it's a question of how it happens. And I had this crazy theory about, maybe he just walks off. He's allowed to just go off and do what he was doing at the end of Kills, which was walking off to just be dormant and eventually die off or whatever. What if that's the ending? And what if it's Laurie Strode that literally allows it to happen? She literally is just like, you know what? I've been obsessed with you for 40 years. This has destroyed my family. It's destroyed me. It's what got my daughter killed. You can't kill the boogeyman. You can't beat him with brute force, which is what she kept saying in Kills. Her and Hawkins, basically back and forth. What if the whole point, or not maybe the whole point, but a big point of this movie at the end is that she truly just has to let go. I'm not sitting there saying that they're going to have milk and cookies and make up and hug. I'm not saying that. And I'm not saying that she doesn't, it's like, oh, well, he killed my daughter, but I don't care. But I'm just saying it was never about her. You know what I mean? So she just kind of just says whatever. And he just walks off and does his own thing.
And it's almost like her accepting it, it's just like,
yes,
I get what you're saying. I kind of want something like that for Laurie if she's going to live, some kind of like she's overcame it. We even have Allison in the new trailer who has that line where she's like, you're not going to stop at anything to do this.
Right.
Like you're going to get us all killed and all this because of how obsessed you are with all of this. So I could see them doing something like that just to show that she's gotten over it a little more, even though 4 years later, maybe she's kind of gotten over it, but not all the way, and now it's like she just has to do it, and like a wounded dog just leaves them there to die or something awful like that.
Something like that. That's almost exactly it, because to me, him living or dying, or one of them being victorious or not, true, it could definitely end that way, and maybe that's simplicity is best a lot of times, and David Gordon Green is kind of like that. But I just keep thinking to myself, maybe it'll be something a little bit more layered than that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it almost seems like he'd be the type of director to do, because everyone keeps saying it's weird. It's not weird if Michael lives or dies. And it's not weird if Laurie lives or dies. It's not a departure. It's not different. It's not something that no one saw coming. All these little quotes, all the filmmakers have said. So that's what keeps throwing me down a different path of not so much that she kills Michael or Michael kills her, It could happen like that. It definitely could. But that's why I've been thinking on this alternate route. So
Yeah, no,
Well,
you got to talk on alternate routes. You know, you gotta throw out different things. We can't just be pitching the same thing every single time. That'd just be boring. We have a few people even in the chat throwing some things out. I think Michael dies. Hope's not early in the movie. We got Mr. L saying, I actually want a dark ending. I'm kind of right. I'm right there with you, Mr. L. You know, so Steven,
what's that?
oh, you were gonna say something. Sorry, I was just like letting you go.
Oh yeah, no, you're good, man. I was just gonna interject and say, we're hearing like Christopher Nelson. When they asked him, tell us what you think about ends. Well, it's weird, like Knight said. But here's something that's weird, and it may tick fans off, is having Michael Myers having a partner. He has a colleague.
That's true too. Yeah,
That's never been done. That's different.
Yeah.
That's and that is going to tick some people off. When you see Corey standing there in the last trailer, you know what's so funny? They put out the final trailer. And what happens like yesterday or the day before? They put another trailer out, 1:52 seconds. Now they're starting to show us pretty much everything. And that last one, I just watched it earlier today.
Yeah.
And that scene where it's in the trailer, I'm not spoiling, guys. This is out there. It's released by the studio. There's a scene in the sewer where, remember the earlier trailers, there was someone we couldn't tell who it was?
Yeah,
Well, now they
yeah.
show us. They just straight up show us who it is. Now, we don't know who it is within the movie, but we see their face clearly. But did you see the scene? And I got an image of it. I got a still shot of it I can send you. Where
I have so many images. Speaking of that, we have 10 new images to talk about too.
oh, okay. Well, this might be one of them, Jake. So.
Send me that though as well. We'll talk about all of it. So, but
Yeah.
before we go any further, real quickly, I hate to interject. We do have yet another goofy goober hanging out in the old backstage that I'd like to bring up front.
He is a goober, isn't he?
He's an absolute goober. We love him for being such a goober and hating on Halloween kills sometimes, though. That is, of course. Sometimes that is, of course, the decider of fate. What is up, my dude?
There
What's
he is.
Nothing. We're all goofy goobers. Rock.
We are, but we're a happy
are,
group of goobers, man. We're a great group of goobers for each other. We need each other. We complete one another.
Wow, it sounds like the
Damn.
Joker or something.
Yeah.
Kill you? Why would I ever kill you?
That's
I need you.
It's so much fun. We're all just doing Joker impressions. I'd love for someone to click on right there.
Yeah, they're just like, what? Like,
What is happening?
you know what's funny is I call people goobers all the time in comments, like when somebody is just being an idiot because I can't say they're stupid because YouTube gets upset. So I'll call them.
Do that.
I swear to you, I do it. Especially my sports shit. I call people goobers like at least 10 times a day. I'm like, wow, goober.
You goober.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
I had a teacher in 11th grade, my math teacher. She would liberally use the word dildo. Like, she didn't know what it meant. Like, so she would call students. Yeah, no, I swear to God, she would call students dildos. She's like, you stupid dildo or whatever. She didn't know it. She just thought it was a silly word, And one day we come to school. She's just, she wasn't there anymore.
Really? That sucks.
Wow.
I never would have said anything to anybody. I would have let her just keep calling people dildos.
I didn't because I thought it was hilarious, but someone got pissed off or something. Told their
Upset.
parents.
Someone ruined the party.
Someone ruined the dildo party. I hate when that happens.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Liners.
Oh, man.
Goobers.
A bunch of goobers, man. A bunch of dildos. But yes, speaking of Halloween Ends, though, we have 10 new images. Guys, I was going to talk about what even is the name of this stream? I wanted to talk about some Corey theories because I'm like, well, let's throw some theories out there. That'll be fun. But we actually have some hardcore evidence, some hardcore facts to discuss instead, which is maybe the next best thing. So let's get into I'm going to throw these up on the screen. Let's just give our thoughts about how we feel about these images because they're pretty interesting. Picture number 1. This is Michael at a pillow party here, throwing some pillows around, having a good time. How do you guys feel about this? Whoever wants to start, just go nuts.
Well, we know what that scene's from.
Slumber Party Massacre 4, starring Michael Myers.
The Reckoning.
The Reckoning.
Yeah, man. I mean, look. Well, first of all, it's not Michael, and that in the trailer we saw that scene where we were like, "What the hell is that? That's going up in the air? It's these feathers and stuff like that." Well, that's the scene, or this is the scene. And I don't know if you can, or if you have a closer picture of it, but if you look on that right finger, you can see something. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, you can.
And look at those overalls, those baggy ass overalls. You know, they look kind of newish. You know,
They do.
They're like a little stained.
That mask
Yeah, a
has
little
been
bit.
to a washing machine or something, dude.
right?
Look at that mask.
That almost looks like
Guys,
the mask I've got.
That is a clean mask, man. I'm
Crisp.
sorry. It
Looks like
is.
a desert landscape.
A desert landscape. Hell yeah, dude. And this is also kind of from the same scene, I'm guessing, because that's the same woman. So that's kind of like the same. Yeah, there you go, back and forth. Same scene.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, that's her. I'm telling you guys, I think this, and again, I don't know, maybe not, but I think could be Corey's mom. Could be. That's just, but I think that's Corey in the suit. That's 100% in my mind. That's 100% Corey.
Yep.
100% Corey.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going
It's
down.
not 100% cotton.
No. Yes. I just watched Scream 3 last night. I really like that movie more and more every time I watch it.
Right?
I don't. Yeah,
Yes.
even that opening scene, I've come to appreciate a lot more. That was my big takeaway from watching it again last night. That's just funny that you bring that up. Nice. This is the goofiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Just look at that man's face. I love it.
Man, that's not a man who's having a good night right there.
Right?
That's
No.
at all.
It looks like a man who just caught his wife. He just walked in.
Oh
Fake.
man.
His
Dude.
wife is getting plowed
What?
by Michael.
Oh my
Man.
gosh.
I just think
Tell me
that
it's the copycat.
Bro.
just a goofy looking face. Not much to write home about besides the creepy silhouette man behind him to his right. But I don't think that's
Yeah.
Michael or anything. I don't know. Not really much to talk about there. But I just think I just want to show that because it's goofy more than anything. But
There
then
he is.
there we go. We got who I think is maybe Corey Myers because this
Yep.
is looking like a shorter Michael
Thanks,
going after
Corey.
some kids.
Yep. 100%.
Anything anyone wants to throw out there about this junkyard sequence? I really think this is Corey killing during this. Also based off of the soundtrack, there's a lot of sequences where you can you look at how the soundtracks are listed, and it's all about Corey. And then you go to the junkyard, and then bye Corey, where I'm assuming Corey dies. That's kind of like my guess. But I don't know. I'm still on the fence about how I feel about Corey killing people. What do you guys think about all that?
Well, if it's done in a way that works, or as far as when you're watching it that you can kind of get behind it, I'd be okay with it. I really think it's going to be in part him, how his story is presented, how he's presented as a character. It's definitely different, that's for sure. But
Yes.
but I can get behind it if it's done right. That's the one thing I've been thinking for myself as a fan, but before going to see it in the theater, is if they do this right, I can be behind it. And again, we're still wondering as far as what the timetable is, as far as his intro, his conversion or whatever, and then of course what we're thinking, his possible demise. Where does that happen? Does that happen throughout the whole movie, or the first half, or from the second half on to the end? That's the thing that I'm still kind of messing around with. But the images look cool, other than the fact that he's shorter than James Jude Courtney, obviously. And
Very
it's obvious.
obviously, yeah, that makes me a little sad. Some images maybe just don't show to us. Like I said, we still have technically 7 images, which is dude, what? Why are they giving us all of these? I don't know, but you know what? I don't want to sound like I'm complaining, because at least we have more Michael killing people in the future. There's that. We still have some more Michael.
Is it, or is it all
Right.
just Corey? What if Michael
Wow.
What if Michael doesn't kill anybody? This whole movie.
Well, he's
Yes.
going to
Yes.
because
he killed Corey. But I'm talking about
No.
throughout, outside of the main guys. He's probably all the kills we saw in the trailers. I'm pretty confident that none of those are Michael. They're
The ode to Bob is Michael, though.
Yeah, that's got to be
Unless-
Michael.
Unless Corey grows because that
Right.
looks like James Jude Courtney's stature, because they really show the wide shot of it, and it looks like James Jude Courtney. It doesn't look like it's gonna be Corey.
James Jude is also very like stiff with his movements as Michael, and you can see a little bit of that in the trailer with the redheaded lady killed. Yeah. That whole sequence. I really think that is him, but I do agree with you, Faith. There's a lot of sequences where I'm like, is this even Michael? I'm like, I can't tell.
Yeah,
Speaking of that good boy who did nothing wrong, there's Michael right there. He's looking pretty chill. Just a badass new shot. Really not much to comment on. Speaking of badass Michael shots, there's that. Oh, and you thought I was done? Oh no! Yet another badass Michael shot. There we go. Another one.
Well, Jake, I'm going to send you this shot because the one for me that confirmed everything that we've been talking about in terms of Corey and being a partner, I'm telling you, there is a partnership with Michael, because there's a scene in this last trailer where Michael's killing that dude that is in the sewer. We don't know who he is yet, but he's about to kill him, and standing to the side is Corey watching them, just watching them like a fan watching their football team play.
Oh,
they're
man.
literally together in the sewer, and he's killing this dude. And I'm beginning to think that maybe Corey is leading people into that sewer for Michael to kill, because remember what we heard from Hawkins, or not from Hawkins, from Lori. She said as he kills, he gets stronger. He hasn't killed in 4 years, so he's weak. He's weak and and David Gordon Green confirmed it. He's off to die. Well, what happens if Corey says, "Hey, I'm going to go out, and this transfer of power of whatever that's going on, I'm going to go kill these bullies that picked on me in your suit. But I'm going to bring you people here. Maybe I bring bullies here. You kill them, and you get stronger, and I'm going to watch." And there's this partnership going on. I think
Craven,
that's what's
I hate that you're maybe right, because something I've been noticing in the TV spots and trailers is I'm like, there's got to be multiple scenes where we're in the sewers, because there's like a nighttime shot with like someone with a flashlight. I think it's Hawkins, but I can't tell. But there's like multiple sequences in the sewers, so you may have a point there, man. I don't know, but just a few more pictures, and then we'll just loose discussion, whatever the fuck, we'll just talk about this. And these aren't. There's two that are kind of crazy, but then there's this one where it's Laurie Strode right after she pooped her pants.
Oh,
Oh, that's too bad.
that's too bad. Exactly.
That's too bad.
Oh, not poop. That's too bad.
Not poop. We love Jamie Lee Curtis.
Ripped my pants.
Ripped his pants. But yes, anyways, back on track here. This is
sneaky.
Look at him.
This is the one that has me probably the most perplexed. There's another one with some cops that we'll talk about in a second, but this one I think is interesting just because it's like, are Corey and Lori working together? Is he there to warn her about something? I know we're kind of talking, the big focus on Corey is, I think, where the needle is that he's more evil, more of an antagonist in this movie. But shots like this, and there's multiple other shots where we see Corey and Lori together, it makes me question if maybe he is actually kind of a good guy to some degree in this new movie. What do you guys think is happening here? And Fate, I'll start with you, man. What do you think is happening between Corey and Lori in this sequence?
I mean, best way to not be a suspect is to, work with Lori, get Lori's trust. Especially at this point, the town of Haddonsfield, the cops, everybody, they're gonna listen to Lori. Lori's like the Michael expert, So, if Corey's, every time people see her, Corey's with her, it looks like he's a good guy, but secretly he's running around killing people, stuff like that.
That makes sense.
What if there's multiple copycats?
Multiple Michaels.
We just assume that it's only gonna be Corey. But what if it's not? What if it's like him and Hawkins, or him and I'm blanking on the new doctor's name that's supposed to be
Mathis.
Thank you. What if it's him and Mathis or something like that? Like, what if there's like a team, and they're like working in tandem, and Corey's just the one that got the connection from Michael. but like maybe the doctor's like obsessed with Michael, and he's like, "I'll help you." You know?
I see Dr. Mathis being a bad guy, though. I don't know if you read about the the Halloween Kills novelization, but they refer to him as someone who invited Marcus and Vanessa's characters from Halloween Kills to a swingers party, which I don't know. To me, that like screams maybe like an antagonist. I'm not saying, hey, listen, what if you're a swinger, however you swing, it's all good. But the way it's presented, I guess, is why I'm kind of getting the vibe that maybe he's some kind of antagonist. I will say one more thing, though. We do see him drowning in a pool at that one scene in the trailer, though. So I don't know what his character is going to be about either.
Well, I guess the redhead's probably his wife then, or partner. That's what it looks like.
They're living together. It looks like at a nice house. He's a doctor. You know, he's probably got some money and all that. So that's my guess. Absolutely. You send me the pic. I will. I'll put that on screen in just a second here. But one more picture I want to throw past you guys. What the hell is going on here? Because this is honestly the one that perplexed me the most. We have Laurie and Lindsay here looking out into the distance. They don't look like they're battle weary yet. They're just kind of confused. The cops look like they're maybe driving away at this sequence too. What are we what are we all thinking about this? Whoever wants to start.
I got a theory.
Hit me with it.
I got a theory, man. I believe this will be a brief flashback regarding when Corey allegedly kills the kid as the baby says the baby. I think this is going to be like 2019 or something, and they're looking from across the street at what's happening. And it's just totally a theory. I have nothing to prove it. I just have a feeling that this is more of a flashback to like an earlier time.
I agree.
I do see some flashbacks happening.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a flashback, and the biggest reason I think of it is because look at her hair. Her hair is very much the way it was in Kills, as opposed to the hairstyle that we see her with in a lot of the clips in Ends.
Yeah, sure.
So it definitely looks like it'll be a flashback or nightmare or whatever, probably flashback. But I agree.
Maybe it's around the lines of Corey, because like, what if that's the Corey opening scene, with the kid and stuff. Yeah. So maybe that's what it is. It's the Corey scene, and they're just like onlookers.
Could
like,
be.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Talking amongst themselves.
Maybe that's why Laurie's so hesitant of Corey when they meet and him hanging out with Allison and stuff. He's like, he killed a child. Like,
right. And you're probably right, because who better to stand beside her than Lindsay? It's almost like so basically saying, it could be another one of those scenes. It probably won't, but it could be another one of those scenes, kind of like the Tommy callback in Kills, where she, Lindsay says something like, you protected us when we were kids. You put us first, and so forth and so forth. Maybe something like that. But I agree. Maybe it's something dealing with Corey and the babysitter situation.
That is going to be something we have to explore in this. I could see that being the case, and maybe Laurie already gets some kind of some knowledge of it prior. And it would be cool if I've talked a little bit about how maybe blindsiding Laurie with like a fake Michael might be cool, like in Corey Myers, something like that, where he's dressing up as Michael and she's freaked out looking out the window as some guy dressing up like that. That would be terrifying for her, obviously. But for her to have some prior knowledge to it as well from like a flashback sequence, that could be cool. I'd be interested in as well. I'm just excited to see how they do it, man. Like I said, I'm just excited to get more Michael killing people.
Yeah.
I hate to sound like I'm complaining too much, because even though I'm worried, I'm still just so excited to see this movie, man.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
And one more. What did you? The fuck did you say to me? No, I'm just kidding.
I said, go ahead, let it out.
Go ahead.
Let the complaining out.
Let the
capital T rash.
Oh man, hot takes all around. But I do want to say, for all of the wonderful people joining me here, a collective hello to you all. You all are just wonderful people. I love hanging out with you. Love hanging out, talking horror with you guys. But if you guys like talking horror with everybody you see on the screen here, you may be interested in the Lethal Collective, which is nearly at 1,000 subscribers. I'm so sorry to the people who have been here since the beginning, who have heard me say this 3 times, but we have some wonderful new people here that we gotta inform about all of this. Now, if you guys want to check out the Lethal Collective, after this stream at 5:30, we'll be streaming on my or our channel. We're streaming on my channel right now. We're streaming on the group channel right after this at 5:30. So make sure to check that out, 5:30 Eastern time, which is in 27 minutes. So after this stream, hop on over to the Lethal Collective, and it's going to be a fucking blast.
Come on, all 85 of you amazing people need to come right over to the Lethal channel after this ends, because it's going to be lit.
Yes.
This stream is lit.
It's getting
Lit
warmed up.
That's right.
Getting all kinds of warmed up. Oh yeah. Real quick break from the Halloween stuff too. I want to, and Craven, we're gonna get to your picture in a second here. It is Nev Campbell's birthday.
It
too.
is.
Just wanted to say that. All was saying that earlier.
Yes.
So happy birthday. Happy birthday.
49 years old.
She looks so much younger.
Oh my
awesome.
God, she looks so much younger. It's not even funny.
I know. Telling ya.
Oh yeah.
Great.
She looks absolutely amazing. I'm still so disappointed we didn't get to see her at Monster Mania. I'm telling you, man.
Oh man.
I was ready for that moment. I mean, that's the Mount Rushmore there, you know? I mean,
for real.
Makes me so sad. Makes me sad. Well, I got to walk past Stu Macher and look at his forehead from a distance. So to me, that was an amazing experience. I will take that.
Heck yeah, man.
Yes, man.
But we do have one more image to talk about here that Mr. Craven has sent us.
There it is.
Probably the most interesting one out of everything. Like, what the fuck is happening here, man?
There you go. Michael's on the left, Mike there in the front, killing the dude on the right. And look at Corey's face. He's like soaking it up. Look at that look. It's like, ooh, I don't know. It looks very much like Curse of Michael Myers when they're all down there with the stones, and Michael's just standing there. That's what Corey's looking like over there. That's what I mean, yeah, this is this right here. If anyone out there is not thinking Corey is the copycat, guys, this, at least for me, 100%. It seals the deal. It's done. And David Gordon Green has been telling us, he's been telling us since day one, it's Christine. It's like all the clues are out there. And look at this image. I mean, what other explanation can you guys come up with? It seems pretty clear to me. He's killing the dude on the right, and he's watching.
That's probably the flashlight guy.
Yeah.
Yep. That's probably what that is. I mean, they make videos you can watch on the internet that look like this. A guy standing in the corner just watching someone else get plowed like this.
Wait,
my gosh.
You're telling me I can watch that on the internet?
Yeah.
What?
Michael's about to just give that person a good stabbing, just like the videos on the internet. Someone getting a good stabbing.
There you go.
I think the secret word for today is plow. Faith's got plow on the brain.
I know. Yeah, he does.
Sometimes you need
preoccupying his cortex.
Sometimes you
He's on a
got
different level.
snow outside. You need a plow. Sometimes there's always a good plowing.
I wish I had the Pornhub intro sound for like a clip I could play. I know YouTube would take that down like immediately, but it would be so funny. That would have been perfect right there. But we also have a massive super chat from Mr. Carter Scotland Allen. Thank you so much for the support, man. Appreciate that. Saying Smile was fun but forgettable. I don't know if forgettable. It was okay. I think it had some moment. We won't get into. I know everyone else here has not seen it yet, but I won't deep dive into that one yet. It's still pretty fresh. Just came out. But good soup to you all. Thank you so much, Carter. Where do you all think Ends will rank for you personally? He's guessing in the top 5, although I still don't think I will love it. So how do you guys feel about this? Where are we gonna rank Ends? Fate, I'm gonna purposefully put you at the bottom of this one. Steven, where do you think you're gonna rank Ends?
Ooh, it's a little tricky, because I've never seen Michael with an unlikely colleague, as David Gordon Green said. So it's a partnership thing working here, I believe. And it's something brand new, right? So it's hard to say till you see it. As Knight was mentioning earlier, till you actually see the story unfold. I'm going to say this. I've been very impressed with the first 2 David films, 18 and Kills. So I have to believe, unless this one just falls off a cliff, and I don't think it's going to, I think it's going to be potentially a top 5 or 6 for sure. I'm going to say top 6 is my hope. Now, if it's not, I'll tell you it's not when I watch it. But I think it could rank up there in the top 6. It might crack it if they nail the ending, guys, because this whole ending with Michael and Laurie is huge. Mm-hmm. And if they do that really, really well, then I can overlook maybe some other things that I didn't care for if it didn't land exactly right for me. So that's where I'm at. I think the potential's there for top 6, or right in the middle. 6 is right in the halfway mark. So we'll see.
Heck
nice.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Nice. Well, I pretty much agree with Steven on that. I mean, I think that the first 2 movies, there was a lot to love about them, and I really enjoyed them. So I don't think that this one is going to be at the bottom of my list. I've ranked the movies. It's not going to be a resurrection. It's not going to. We already know that the costume design and the care to the lighting and the camera work is better than Halloween 5, or you know what I mean. But I think it could definitely be top 6.
Yeah.
That's I'm going into it thinking it's going to be in the top 6. I really do. And like Steven said, if they can stick the landing, if the Corey character is presented in a way that I can be on board with, and they stick the landing, the end of this trilogy, the end of this saga or this timeline, then I'm good. Because we know we're going to get some good kills. We know Michael. At least in the couple scenes we've seen him, we know he's looking good. We know James Drew Courtney is going to be great. I have no doubt that Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be great, and Andy Matichak and Will Patton. So that's really the big thing, is the core character, how it's executed, and the ending for me.
Yeah.
All right. So I think. No, I mean, look, there's a lot of bad Halloween movies in this franchise. So, like I said, I think it has potential to be top 5 somewhere in that ballpark, even if it is pretty bad. I don't think it could be worse than Kills. So I think it's going to be up there in that regard. I want a good movie. I want something at least to be entertained. I have so many concerns and fears. Like, I feel like this is going to be a movie just not about Michael, and it should be. This is it. Yeah. This is the Laurie Michael story conclusion. All the marketing and promotion is nothing but how Michael and this is it, the big showdown. Michael and Laurie. They did some TV spot on ABC or whatever, and it's all the history about how these two and they come together and this is the conclusion. And it seems like your entire movie is everything but that. It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? I feel like this is going to be a very disappointing letdown to a lot of people. But I don't know. We won't know until we actually get there. I'm trying to be nice, but I think this movie's going to be trash.
There's going to be 13 movies. To me, I think for sure it makes it the top 10. Because I know there's 3 movies in this franchise that just won't be worse than. Personally,
right. Yes.
Where do you think Fate, or do you think it'll be top 10 at least, or do you think bottom of the barrel? Okay.
No, I think it'll be. I mean, because I don't think you can make a worse movie than Resurrection. So I think there, and then the Rob Zombies, and then from there it's kind of can it beat the lesser tiers of Halloween films? I don't know. I lean towards it being in the top 5 to 7 range, probably. It'll probably be up there, in that vicinity.
I'm probably in. I agree. I think top 5 to 7, somewhere between there. I know there's a few. I'm kind of I know there's 3 movies at the top of my list right now that I won't unveil until like October 15th when I do my video on it. But I know there's like 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom that I just know are not going to really move after it ends. I'm kind of expecting this to be a middle movie, but I think it's going to be a better one though. I'm still really excited for it. I think it's going to be good. I'm just pumped for it, man. I'm excited to see Michael on screen again.
Yeah.
And I know we're all joking about it. We probably will see Michael in another 5 years, but we don't know. We don't really know when we're going to see Michael again. So regardless, I'm just excited to have another movie still up and coming with him going around killing people. I'll take it. And Jennifer's also throwing $10 into the pot as well. Jennifer, thank you so much. Just saying, just because it's Monday. This really helps with the Monday blues, Jennifer. I really appreciate that. Love to listen to these live streams while doing chores around the house. # Save Freddy. Thank you. I'm so glad someone is on the Freddy train with me. Appreciate it.
That cat is still missing, dude. What's going on, man?
I know. I'm gonna write angry letters to Radio Silence if they don't address the Freddy situation in Scream 6. I'm gonna cry
Poor
my
Nancy.
fucking eyes out. Poor Nancy, man. I need to know. Need to know. But is there any other Halloween thought? We got like 15 minutes, guys. Is there any other Halloween thoughts you want to throw out there while we're doing this? And then we're going to, like I said earlier, we're going to transition to the Lethal Collective YouTube page where we're continuing the stream. The after party to the stream is going to be over there. So make sure to check that out too. But you guys, what do we want to talk about? Halloween Ends and in Scream 6?
Well, I want to say one more thing about Halloween Ends. And to me, this is some of the logic I have for it, because I'm going through the franchise right now, more as a tongue in cheek, making fun of the sins of each of these movies, and there are tons of them. But I think with Ends, they're trying to do something that is very different, like really trying to home run, and I do appreciate it, because if this works, this movie could really stand out in the whole franchise, because, like you guys have been saying, like we've been saying, there's some stuff in this movie that we haven't seen in a 45-year-old franchise. You know what I mean? So I'm really hoping that they stick the landing, but I got to admit, man, I'm glad they're taking the chance, because they could have easily done a movie where it's, after kills, whatever time period, and we don't know where Michael is, and hey, he shows up because it's Halloween, he kills some people, and Laurie's like, I gotta put an end to this, let's just kill him, and she kills him or he kills her, and that's the end. It could have been that cut and dry and simple, but we've seen that a lot of times in this franchise. So this whole wrinkle with the Corey thing and all these other aspects, I really appreciate that they're trying to do that, and it makes sense, because David Gordon Green's a big fan of the franchise, a fan of 78, so it makes sense that he's trying to do something that's maybe going to put his final stamp on the franchise. Whether it works or not, we'll find out in whatever 10 days, 11 days, 11 days.
Evil dies in 11 days.
That's right.
It does.
But I appreciate the effort.
How many like over under? Well, how many times is Evil Die Tonight said in that and Halloween Ends?
I'm gonna say one. Calling it right now. Once.
Yeah, tonight, one time.
Maybe in a flashback, maybe something. Yeah.
I'm thinking there's gonna be like one reference to it and never again. Like
I think
almost
you're
like a joke. Like, sorry we did this. Almost like something like that. I don't think it's gonna be that over the top, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'll be at least. I think it'll be one. I think it'll be one flashback style, or maybe a reference or something. Yeah, I could see that.
I think it's going to be at least 3 times. I think you hear it from several characters at least 3 times.
I would love
to put a friendly wager on that as a collective wager on that.
I think it'll be like at least a couple times, 2 or 3 times. I don't think it'll be as many. Like, it was like 17 times in Halloween Kills. Like, I don't think.
Oh
no, it was a lot. I
think it was more than that. No, I think it was more than that.
No, it might have been a lot.
Yeah.
I remember somebody in my chat. I mean, I never confirmed it, but I remember one time somebody in my chat told me it was like that they counted, that they kept the running tally, and it was like something insane. It was like 15, 16 times, something like that it was said.
Because they
and, like,
chant it at one point.
Yes.
They're like, "Evil dies
Yeah.
tonight, evil dies,"
Yeah.
like just at the one hospital scene. So
That's right.
I think it'll be mentioned a couple times. But also, what do you think the over under for kills are? How many kills do you think will be in this movie?
it's definitely going to be double digits. I think. I mean, we've already seen. Yeah, I mean, dude, there's like 7 in the trailer.
I was gonna say we've seen at least like 7
Yeah.
people already. So
Yeah.
there's got to be the 3 in there somewhere.
I'm going to say like 12 or 13 kills.
That's what we
Yep.
were thinking too. Around 12 or 13.
12 or
Yeah.
13. Okay. All right.
I think so.
And I'm okay with that. Like, dude, we aren't expecting a big body count. You know, like especially after Kills, I'm expecting a much more focused movie. You know, like a much more like personal, focused on the character kind of movie, and that's just gonna be really upsetting. Really upsetting to see how it ends. You know.
True. Yeah, and I want to say also real quick, one thing I want to see we haven't talked about yet is, and I don't know that we're going to see it, but I want to see Hawkins get some featured screen time, like not just a little bit here and there. I want to see, because remember the whole thing about Kills with the flashbacks, which were amazing, but that's all setting up a story arc for this character Hawkins. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're the middle chapter of a trilogy, which is what Kills was, that's why it doesn't feel like it's a completed movie, because it's not. But here's the thing. They've spent a lot of time focusing on him and his backstory and letting Michael live and all this stuff. So for me, personally, I want to see a payoff for him in this movie. I don't know. I mean, I want to see Laurie kill Michael if Michael dies, but I want to see somehow Hawkins get redemption for this. And I really will be disappointed if the movie goes through and he really is just a side character, you know, not really involved in stopping Michael, because you know what he's been living with his whole life.
That's right.
And he deserves just as much redemption and justice as Laurie, in my mind. So, because he's more about, you know, correcting a wrong. Laurie was a victim, so it's different. But I still want to see Hawkins go up to him after Laurie kills Michael. Michael's laying, I mean, you know, this is fantasy land. Michael's laying on the ground, right? He's dead.
Yeah.
And then what happens? I got to be real careful here. But Hawkins comes up with that handheld thing that cops carry in their belts, that held six cylinders, and he puts it to the forehead, and he goes bang.
Plows Michael.
Just
And
bang,
plows him.
him.
Wow.
Plows him with his finger.
Oh.
No, that sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I didn't mean it like that. I mean, plows him by pulling the trigger. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Pull.
No.
I'm not gonna say that,
He
Chris.
makes Michael lit, as you said earlier.
Yes.
He makes him.
Light him up.
God damn.
Light
There's so
him
many
up.
things I want to say, but I'm like, yeah,
I know.
I probably
Don't
should.
do it.
Lighting goes, thank you for joining the KillJoy cult. I appreciate it. There's a free glass of Kool-Aid waiting at the door for you. Take a big old gulp. See what happens.
See what happens. Like, drink the Kool-Aid.
Drink it.
That's the slogan for the channel members here. Drink the Kool-Aid. See what happens. There you go. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared. just do it. Oh God, that's fucked up. Lighting goes, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. But yes, let's cap this off by saying one more time where are we feeling about the overall ending here, though? Like, obviously, I feel like some of us are like, you know, listening to the marketing straight up. One will fall. Okay, maybe. But, you know, a lot of movies that have promised us that one will fall, that doesn't exactly turn out to be the case. So,
No.
if we have any specific predictions for how this is going to end, not just Laurie dying, not just Michael dying, or not just both of them dying, what specifically do you think the weird thing that is going to happen at the end of this film? Because we've been promised by multiple people attached to this project, it's going to be fucking weird. So how weird are we thinking this thing is going to get? Fate, I'm going to start with you, man. What is the ending to Halloween Ends? What is your current prediction on this? Where's it going?
I think one way or another, I think it's very likely that Michael, like, his essence carries on. You know, like, I think that that's probably going to be the thing. They're going to fully, even though they've been saying he's not supernatural, he's clearly supernatural. And I think that if he does die, I think it's going to be like we see a sequence or something where, his essence gets carried on or transferred into the next person, kind of like Halloween 4, 5, yeah, 4,
4.
Yeah.
Halloween 4. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think this movie is gonna be jam packed with like the past Halloween references. Like I think we're gonna get like H2O references. I think we're gonna get a little bit of everything because this is his last shot, and I think that's gonna be something. We're gonna get this like, evil lives forever. There's even something I don't have. I mean, you don't have or I don't know if you have the image, but
I might.
Where in the sewer or whatever, if you zoom in one of the parts, you can literally Michael's face is in the wall.
Yes,
like
in the stones.
Yeah, in the stone. So it's cool. Like, yeah.
Ooh.
So it's like, it's like his essence. Like that's his like evil lair now. And his essence lives forever.
That's his Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
Look, I understand you're never gonna have a perfect ending. I understand, you're always gonna piss somebody off with your ending, But there's a difference between like good endings that like fit the story, and it's like, okay, it just didn't hit for me the way that I wanted it to, or I didn't really like the ending. And then there's just bad endings, like like where it's generally just like, okay, this was a terrible way to end that story. And I think it's gonna be closer to that than it is of like, hey, it was an ending, but it just wasn't for me. I think this ending's just generally going to be bad. I mean, and pretty much everyone that's anybody has told us it's going to be bad. I mean, even Jamie Lee Curtis herself was basically trashing the way that this is going to end. I don't know. I'm not super optimistic about the ending, but I don't know. We'll see.
To answer your question, Piano Guy, we're talking about the ending of Halloween Ends. It's right there in the title. You gotta have something. But just wanted to throw that out there for anybody joining the stream confused as fuck. Night. What's the weird thing here right at the end? Weird shit happening. What's going on?
Well, again, like I was saying earlier, I think it's going to be something that isn't as clear cut as her killing Michael, or even Michael killing people. For a while, I really thought Michael might be the last one standing. Not necessarily saying he kills Hawkins, Allison, and Laurie, but he's the last one standing. And I think that when you talk about fans being upset and so forth. If they were directing that to a lot of what the ending will be, or the ending to this saga, Laurie surviving or Laurie killing Michael doesn't really fit that description for me personally. I know there are a lot of fans that don't want Laurie to win, but anyway, I just think it'd be something that really almost like a head scratcher of sorts. And the thing that I'm kind of on right now is some way, somehow, kind of like what Fate was saying, but a little bit less, in the supernatural way, is that Michael, he's standing, he just walks back off to do what he was doing at the end of Kills, which David Gordon Green basically said he's just gone dormant, just like he was after he killed Judith, and he was standing there looking on as a little boy, just like he was in the recreation scene when the cops had him surrounded, just like he was at Smith's Grove when Loomis said he's staring at the wall, looking beyond the wall, waiting for some silent alarm to be triggered off. I literally think that we could see that at the end. He's somewhere with some squirrel or rat buddies, and he's just staring off and ready to have Thanksgiving dinner. I really think it's going to be something like that.
Knight, have you seen The Boys season 3 yet?
No.
Okay, never mind. I want to tell you something so bad, but I can't now. Okay, never mind. Anyway, Fate, you know what I'm talking about. Little tiny animated creatures.
Yeah.
Craven. Anyways.
That would be great. I would love that if that
With Michael Myers?
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
Dang.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, so Steven, ending to Halloween Ends. What the fuck is happening here? What weird ass jank shit is happening? Is that even a word? I don't know. What weird shit's happening at the end? what weird stuff is going on? YouTube is like, seriously, dude, stop with the fucking swears, Jesus. But seriously, Craven, sorry, where are we going with this? How weird is it gonna get?
Well, if there were other directors doing this film, like Rob Zombie, I could say we're going to get really weird. We're going to bring out white horses. We're going to go crazy. But
Kinky.
This is totally. But this is David. This is David Gordon Green. He's. I think he's going to be much more respectful to the mythology of the film. He's a Carpenter fan. All those things play into this story, in my opinion. So I don't think he's going to get too crazy. I think the ending is going to be more in line with what Carpenter did in '78. I wouldn't be surprised if they think Michael's dead. Maybe even Allison and Laurie walk over to Hawkins if he's still alive, if he makes it, or the police or whoever. Like, he's over here, and they go over there, and it's just like looking down the balcony in '78, and he's gone. And that the music just starts playing, and Laurie's alive. Laurie lives, but so does Michael. So now some people are going to be ticked off at that because it's Halloween ends. Like, wait a second, you fooled us, right? So, but you know what? I'll give you a wonky ending. All right, I'll give you one that maybe I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it could, because this whole Christine thing, I do believe it applies to Corey, as we've talked about. Let's face it. Knight mentioned Thanksgiving. Michael is going to have a friend for Thanksgiving. They're going to share rats together. In fact,
Yes.
like a rat casserole. Make a rat casserole or something.
Nothing would bring me more joy. I just gotta say that. Like, literally,
Could you imagine? Like,
I would
Michael's
lose my
always-
mind.
There's even Michael's always eating on rats and dogs and stuff.
Right.
he's gotten that.
Yes.
hey, man, Corey just grabs a sack of rats and goes home and cuts it up and makes stew. I don't know, but here's the thing. Last thing I'll say on it for me for now is that what if, I think Corey does get killed. I think Laurie kills him, unmasks him, freaks out that it's Corey, this whole thing. But then at the end, as she kills Michael, or her and Allison are attacking Michael, what if that essence of evil that was in Corey and in Michael goes into Allison? And the ending of this movie is horrible ending. Laurie saves Allison, sacrifices herself by killing Michael, and they're laying there and she's like, oh, but you can carry on. And she reaches down and grabs Michael's mask, and she walks out of the junkyard, and then it goes to end credits. Could you imagine that wonky ending?
Yeah.
That would tick people off too.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Well-
just a small town girl.
Living in a lonely world.
On the midnight train.
But, gentlemen, we unfortunately do have to conclude because we are a minute late to our other stream. But if you are like, holy shit, I love this team of people. These guys are pretty fucking stinky. Well, guess what? You can join us at the after party over on the
Yes.
Lethal Collective page, where me and all of these other awesome guys, we stream there every Monday and Friday at 5:30 Eastern, sometimes 6 Eastern. Who knows? So go check that out to our stream that we're late to, and then we'll continue the conversation there. Make sure to subscribe too, because the Lethal Collective's already almost at 1,000 fucking subscribers. Holy shit!
Oh, link is in the chat, Jake.
And it's in the chats. Look at that.
We were at 912. And there are, how
912.
many people there are? 84. There's got to be at least 30 of you that aren't
Yes.
subscribed to the Lethal Collective. So head on over to the Lethal Collective, click that link, join us over there right now. Go
Right now.
subscribe. Let's see 450. Otherwise, Michael Myers is coming to your house. So
And he's gonna eat rats with you.
He's gonna
Yes.
eat. He's gonna cook up a rat casserole, and you probably don't want that.
Ratatouille.
So check that out. Link is in the Ratatouille. Ratatouille starring Michael Myers. We are very late, so we got to get going. But link is in the description of this video. Link is in the chat. It's everywhere. There's so many links. Like Knight was saying earlier, it's fucking Zelda in here pretty much. So make sure to check all that out. I love you all so much. Thank you to my awesome channel members and patrons. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the super chats. You guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out, talking Halloween and horror with us. All right, everybody. Peace out. Don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.